Hi. So last Tuesday, Dr. Shuley gave his findings on the medical evidence in the Lucy Letby case. That was really interesting to hear, and it does contradict with what has been brought up in court. So David Davis has weighed in on this as well. So there's been a lot in the media, a lot of content creators have put out videos. This is really great because this is going to get things moving. This is really important. I've kind of taken a bit of a backseat now because suddenly I'm on a course, I'm putting out job applications, so I've suddenly got a lot of things to do, but I am weighing in on in the background as well, so you know I'm still putting out comments and stuff, but I probably won't be putting out quite so many videos from now on. But it is really good to see things moving in such a positive direction. Are we out of the woods yet? No, we're definitely not, because obviously the justice system, what can be considered new evidence, there's all that. There's sort of quite a lot of obstacles with the judiciary system, but the fact that the medical evidence is being questioned, and what I like, the way Shuley did this, he got 14 experts, so this is practically one expert per each, certainly per death, and also certainly per murder, and also per attempted murder. So this is 14 different people assessing practically each case, and all independently coming to the same conclusion that this was either natural causes or bad medical care, which does not look good for the Chester, the Royal Chester, or the consultants involved, or the trial, basically. So I've just got a couple of comments to make. So looking at the Sally Clark case, because the UK appeal system is a lot like the American appeal system. You have to have new evidence, so something that no one knew about before, which is of course a huge hurdle. So it can't be something that's been wrongly presented, or you know, something that the court just didn't bring up. It's got to be something that's actually new. So that is a huge hurdle. But this is why I want to look at the Sally Clark case. And her second appeal was successful because evidence, here we are, so this is on the Wikipedia page, and it transpired that microbiological tests showed that there was a colonisation of Staphylococcus aureus bacteria in one of the children, and it showed that this indicated that he died of natural causes, but that evidence had not been disclosed to the defence, and it had been known by the prosecution's pathologist, but it was not shared with other medical witnesses, police or lawyers. And the evidence was later discovered by her husband, who got it from hospital records, from a divorce lawyer, who acted on a pro bono service, rather like Mark MacDonald. So this is a lot similar to what has happened with Lucy Letby. I feel that first evidence has not been presented properly, and obviously it looks like some evidence has been withheld, and the left hand has not been communicating with the right hand here. So here medical witnesses didn't know, police didn't know, lawyers didn't know. So people didn't have the evidence that they needed for a full and fair picture. And if those people didn't know, certainly the jury had no idea. So on the basis that this seems to be very similar to the Sally Clark circumstances, you know, that is actually quite hopeful that something could actually go forward here. Hopefully, you know, we shouldn't have to be waiting for like years, even though the wheels of, you know, the system move very slowly. You know, hopefully we shouldn't have to be waiting for a long time for this to get moving and for something to happen. So also with Sally Clark, the expert witness was a bit of a problem. It was Sir Roy Meadow. His statistics were so basically she was condemned on statistics, and again this is like the Lucy Letby case, and again we've got this expert witness. Did I call him Sir Dewey Evans? I am so very sorry. I promise I will not do that again. I will go and wash my mouth out with really strong soap. Okay. So, yeah. Dewey Evans. This man leaves a trail of destruction wherever he goes. He is pretty well known for being, you know, on his medical judgment, people have actually died, children have actually died. That there have been cases in Wales. There was a boy who died from Addison's disease. There was the case of Bonnie Lewis. She didn't die, but she ended up severely ill because treatment was withheld. So this is basically a lot of treatment being withheld or denied. And I think there's been 3 or 4 cases like that. Now, the Bonnie Lewis case, she was actually taken from her parents on his say-so, because he decided this was Munchausen's on the on the part of parents. And he has a history of this, and it's almost like, you know, he throws the spark out, he denies the treatment, and then stands back and watches the chaos that ensues afterwards. And like I say, he's done this several times. So how he can be considered, I mean, we already know that he's changed his mind during the trial, and, you know, himself, Ravi Jayaram, Dr. Breary, they just stay on the right side of the law. The reason it's not perjury, because they're forgetting things all the time. Their evidence, they give one lot of evidence, then they say something that's completely contradictory. The reason it's not perjury is because they say, oh, I forgot, I can't remember, I don't remember saying that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that is a reasonable defence against committing perjury. If you forget what you said or you don't remember saying it, as long as it can be proven that you're not deliberately trying to do it, then it's not perjury. So that's how they can do this and just get away with it with complete abandonment. So finally, I managed to join the Mark Mays live stream. It was really, really interesting. I think he had quite a few people coming in and out. So that was great to see such a good uptake. And I was with Wendy, and she made a really, really interesting comment. The NHS is rich. It is really, really rich. It has billions at its disposal, and even though Lucy Letby had you know, a very generous amount she could use as part of her legal defence, the NHS just has so much that it dwarfs that amount, so they could just continue throwing whatever they wanted at her in the trial, and whatever she had with her team, it was honestly, with her legal aid, it was honestly a drop in the ocean. So, you know, on that, you know, she didn't stand a chance. She wasn't up against the Royal Chester, she wasn't up against Ravi Jayaram, she was up against the whole NHS. She didn't have a cat's chance in hell. Okay, so that's it from me. You will get videos from me, but not as often. And I'll certainly be there liking and commenting where I can. Okay, so have a great day, have a great weekend. Please like, subscribe, and hope to see you in the next video.